one of the memories forever, and they reviewed it and everything. I saw it touch the ground twice, but it was a catch. It was a catch. But if we can go back, if we can rewind history a little bit, Des Bryant 3 years ago had a similar catch that he kind of did the same thing with, where it touched the ground, and they said it was not a catch. So,
this is I have a problem with their officiating again. Get on the same page. Either it is or it isn't. So, I don't know. I'm just so disillusioned with some of this stuff. I really am.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Some of the stuff that goes on, as far as the refereeing, and I guess you heard what I said earlier at the beginning of the show, or before we even went on, or did I say it while we were on the air, Denise? I don't remember.
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, I did. So okay. This is what I said, Gary. I said I'm a podcaster. I'm not a sports announcer. So I said the game was rigged.
Yeah, I bad officiating. I mean, it was good last night. It was decent, but this past season, really, it's like, wow. I mean, I think it was it this year? One of the preseason games with the Browns, and they kicked the field goal, and one said no, one said yes. What was up with that?
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, either you know what you're doing or you don't. I think they need to get. I think they were supposed to look into getting full-time officials.
Oh yeah, they are looking. They are looking into that. Though I think they already said at the meetings that they are going to officially do that now. They need
to do that.
They are going to have full-time officials. From what I heard, so that's something that's going to come up in the meetings. So I'm gonna kind of recap part of the game real quick before we get along any further. And Gary, did you send a? I only posted it to your page. I couldn't find the group for some reason. Did you put the podcast in your group so people could join in with us?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, cool. Because for some reason, it wouldn't go to your group for some reason when I was looking for it earlier.
Yeah, it's in there, Ike.
All right, sounds good. So I'm gonna just go back, and that first half of the game, I'm not gonna get real into detail about it, because the Falcons just basically came out and put a whooping on them in that first half. What started it all was that fumble. The New England fumble. He jarred the ball loose, and the Atlanta Falcons got the ball. And I think that was the turning point in the first half. And the Falcons went up on them real quick. The New England Patriots only scored 3 points at that point, going towards halftime. And then they had at 24-3 or 28-3. And at halftime, we're all thinking here that this could possibly be one of those old games. I was like, I had a moment there where I was like, I remember this score 55-10. I don't want to bring back any bad memories, but
I know what you're talking about.
I was in junior high school still, but I remember every second of that game. But anyway, I was sitting there, and it was like 28-3 at that some point, and I was like, man, it'd be nice if the Atlanta Falcons could score 56 points and not let New England score more than 10. So
absolutely.
So it went on. Matt Ryan played wonderful. Little Shanahan called some awesome plays in that first half. The design of the offense was just perfect timing. Everything was in sync. Julio Jones caught an acrobatic pass over on the sideline around the 40. It looked like he did a full flip, and he still caught the ball right and touched his toes right before going out of bounds. So Atlanta went in there, and they did their job. They rushed it a little bit, and I think it was about 70-30 as far as passing ratio to the rushing ratio. So they passed more than they ran. But in all honesty, going into the second half, New England came back and came back with the vengeance, and they got back in the game. But in my mind, and Gary and Denise, I know you guys both are seeing it the same way I have. I haven't got to watch sports all day. I was working all day. But in my mind, and I didn't watch any sports after because I was disappointed. But in my mind, if you go in there with the lead, 2 or 3 touchdown lead, you come out and you kind of try to run the ball, I would say, especially in that Shanahan offense, right?
Exactly. Yeah, run that clock down.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I really don't. I hope, Shanahan's head was in the game. It seemed like it was, especially at the first half. I mean, they had them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But then all of a sudden, the second half, and it's like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do with the Patriots after that.
And that boils down to it really does go back to the coaching and experience, because everybody, like they keep saying, 22 of the starters are back and from the New England Patriots, and then all the coaching staff, I think it was 72% of the coaching staff was back from their last Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they were prepared, and you only have 4 players on Atlanta that even been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true, but what I'm saying is because of what, Shanahan's going through, he's going to be the head coach of the 49ers, so was his head 100% in that game? I don't know.
That's
you
one
may
thing.
have something there, Denise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
You may have something there, because I think it was just today that they hired him as head coach.
Oh, he knew about it.
Oh,
he was already scouting.
No, they
knew.
made it official like about a week ago.
Right,
I think that he was the Frisco coach.
Was it just today they made it official?
Well, he probably had his press conference today, but he actually went for his interview the same time he was here when Vance Joseph was here. When Vance Joseph got hired here, Shanahan got hired in San Francisco, and I thought we were going to get Shanahan. I really did. Even though I know Vance Joseph too, I've known him for years. I shout out to Vance Joseph. I hope you do great this year, but I was really going for Shanahan to be the coach this year. But you know what? In all honesty, coming out of that second half and New England taking over and kind of just terrorizing Atlanta at certain points, offensively and defensively, it was a whole team effort in that second half, to be honest with you. Because the defense came up big, the special teams came up big, and so did the offense with Tom Brady. So
they were hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, they came out and they played the game, and that's why I said I think that second half boiled down. In youth football, high school football, college football, I've coached all of them. They always say you get out coached sometimes. And sometimes I think yesterday the experience of coaching, not just the players, I think the coaches from New England got over on Atlanta yesterday.
Well, you have to admit, their coaching is just out of this world. They are something else. Matt Patricia you got to hand it to him. They're awesome.
Yeah, I think that the one you just named him, I think he should be in the running ahead of their offensive coordinator who used to coach here in Denver. I don't want to say his name. I think that he should be in the running for a head coaching job somewhere. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. But does he want one? That's the thing too. I don't even know if he would. Oh yeah, Matt Patricia is just great.
Yeah,
but he may not want a coaching job. That could be a pain in the butt.
His passion, you could tell it. The reason why I think he's such a good coach is you could see his passion for the game.
Oh, yes.
When you got that kind of passion for the game and you almost still look like a player, there's so many good things that could happen for your team. So it's so exciting to see somebody go through that there. So finishing up the game, let's just finish up the game real quick, and then we'll give our rest of our thoughts on it. The game goes to overtime, That
was something. Wow.
Tom Brady leads him down, ties him up, and it goes 28-28. How'd you guys feel at 28-28? Did the win get knocked out, or?
Yeah, for me it did. I mean, I didn't expect that at all. And for them to come back, tie the game up, and go into overtime, I thought, oh no, here we go again. You know.
Yeah. It was. But to go into overtime, the first Super Bowl ever to go into overtime. Wow.
Right. And then, it being the Patriots, like I said earlier, they're known to come back, and when they do, and you give Tom Brady the ball, bad things are going to happen for the opposite team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. But you have to hand it to them. They did come back, and they won it. Unbelievable. I really didn't think they would.
To finish out the game, 28-28, it was a right goal to the end zone with their running back, and he walked right in, and that was it. 34-28. Final score for the Super Bowl 51. New England Patriots beat the Atlanta Falcons, and that's the way the game went. I can get into details with you guys, but so that was the final 34-28. The Patriots are the new, it hurts me to say this, the new Super Bowl champs of the world. It hurts me to say this because the Broncos, just about 24 hours ago, were still the champions of the world, and we have to wait another year before we get back to that. Arena. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the rest of the New England Patriots. Shout out to Hogan. I really like the way that guy plays for some reason. I'm not a New England fan, but shout out to Atlanta too for being in the Super Bowl, because it might take them another 20 years to get back. You never know. That's how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl. It took Atlanta 18 years to get back to the Super Bowl, and they blew it by overtime. First overtime ever. That was another stat that we're going to keep in the history books, is that it was the first overtime ever. So I'm going to go into a real quick song. Grab me some more water. You guys need to take a real quick break. We'll be back in about a minute and 30 seconds, guys, and we'll finish up sports with KBLP with IKE DIAZ, Denise Harris, and our guest, Gary Martinez from the... Go ahead and give your...
Denver Broncos locker room.
Denver Broncos locker room. Make sure you join the group. Awesome group, guys. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Look, the party's over. It's been a long vacation, and your fans are waiting to see you again. And you guys all know how you look in rehearsal is how you come across on stage. So let's do it one more time from the top, and let's get busy.
Snow. I'm in a 4x4 zone. Everybody rock the Facebook from the South Zone. I heat it up, then I get that dough. Signing autographs up in Breckenridge, Colorado show. It's a festival, but money loves me, bro. Huff and puff and release that smoke. Steady ballin' will make you choke. It's fun to be about the load. I got my eye on the prize. I stay off dope in my photo truck. $100,000 I made in 1 month. The homies bumpin' Chicano Boost Part 2 in their trunk. Everywhere I go, I get love. Now I got the plug. I used to be a beer thirsty thug. In the winter, it's rum and coke in a beer mug.